Ayman Khan here for Seconds Out with Josh Warrington. Josh, we've just witnessed the fight between Leigh Wood and Mauricio Lara. Give me your take on that fight. It was all going so well for Leigh Wood, then it wasn't.
Boxing, isn't it? Boxing, and I think that's obviously that's the power of Lara. With that being said, I thought Leigh were really coming into his own then. I thought he were bossing the fight towards after the first 3 rounds, going into the second half of the fight, and throws at the same time. Lara catches him first, and it's over just as quickly as that.
Josh, were you surprised by what Leigh Wood was doing? Do you think he had more success than maybe you expected, or did you feel the fight was going the way it was going until it ended?
Yeah, exactly how I thought it was going. Sorry, the way the fight was going was exactly how I thought it was going to go. I thought that Lara would. I actually thought he would have started a bit faster in rounds 2, 3. I think he had a good second round. First round was a bit nip and tuck, but then from the second round onwards, he was a bit quiet. And I expected him to be a little bit more ferocious and take it, but I think he was a bit wary. And I thought that Leigh would get to him, start breaking him down in second half of the fight, and he started doing it a little bit earlier. I would just like to have seen Leigh step up the pace a bit, because he was having success when he was throwing them shots, and maybe that's how we were having success, because he was picking them well. But I thought he could have enforced it a little bit more, and maybe Lara wouldn't have had that opportunity. Maybe he got a little more desperate where Leigh could see him coming. But whenever the man's in there who has got a dig, then I guess it's always dangerous.
Ben Davison threw in the towel. The round was close to ending. Do you feel it was the right call, Josh?
Initially, yeah. I mean, I was sat there ringside near to Lee's corner, and he gets up on unsteady legs, walks around a bit, and you could see when Michael Alexander was telling him to walk forward, he still had a bit of a twinge in his legs. Now, I'd have wanted to carry on as well. I had 9 fucking rounds of that against Mauricio Lara. We're barbaric and we're thirsty for blood, but then when you see people being put in hospitals after, comas, bleeds on brains and stuff, and people say, oh, it's fucking hell, it's an hard sport. You can't take that back. Ben Davison, initial reaction, he's lower down. He's probably looked at Leigh's legs and thought, it's not there still. So he knows that Lara can bang and get him out there and save him for another day.
So I didn't see it, but there was some sort of Mauricio dived out the ring, and I believe he confronted you. What happened in that fracas?
Yeah, it's a little bit of shouting and screaming at each other. Obviously, I thought like I was catching his eye in between rounds, because I was trying to look at his body language, see how he was reacting in between. So I thought he was in a bit of discomfort, and I felt like I thought he was looking back at me. But then after the fight, referees waved off. He comes straight over. Half kicks out of the ring, then pulls himself back in, and then shouting and screaming, then fucking spits at me. The dirty bastard.
He spat at you?
Spat at me, yeah. He spat at me. Don't know how much it went of it, fucking bit light, but just the initial spitting is fucking enough for me, and then so I can take a fucking shouting and screaming. I can take walking into here and being called a knobhead and a cunt and this and other, but you start spitting at people, then it's fucking, it's lowest at low. So I'm fuming for that.
We've seen different sides of Mauricio where he said he doesn't want to fight you because you use their head a lot. People have lobbied that he used his head in this fight too. Now we're hearing that as well, he does want to fight you. Where do you think Mauricio stands on wanting a fight with you?
Yeah, he wants to retire me, doesn't he? He's been saying all week he wants to retire me. It's personal between me and him. Fucking retire me then. Put me into retirement. I'm asking him now. Fucking, you're watching this. Put me in retirement. I'm here. You knocked me out before. I used my head in the second one. Put me in retirement in the third one. Let's have it. Do
you feel, from what Leigh Wood did today, there are parts of the way he game planned for Mauricio that you can take into the trilogy fight?
Most definitely. And like I say, in what I'd been saying, how I thought the fight was going to go, was coming to fruition. So I think he's already. We've seen his strengths. We've seen some of his weaknesses. He's fucking basic, but he's got power. So what happens when you nullify him, like Leigh did at times, it's when you allow him to fucking have time. Why don't you take that away and put more pressure on him? Will he start to tire and, shots from there?
That trilogy fight, you've always wanted an away day. Would you do it in Mexico? Would you do it in America?
100%. Listen, that'd be fucking double whammy. Mexico and Mexico, America and Lara. It's an away day, and it's fucking someone that's been sat in my mind since, February 2021.
So fight with Lee Wood still interest you?
100%, and I said that up there with DAZN. You know, he's got caught with a good shot. I have respect for Lee outside the ring. Domestically, it's a brilliant fight. Both got big sets of followers behind us. He's got caught with one shot. It's boxing. He's not he's not finished. If he wants to be finished, he is, but he's not done, is he? He's winning the fight. So, you know, I said up there, man of my word, fight Lara, beat Lara, and then I'd fight Wood after that.
Just 2 quick questions away from this. Just want to get your thoughts on Anthony Joshua's Jermaine Franklin. Anthony Joshua's response of saying he's about money now. When fighters talk about money, they're mainly towards the end of the career, it seems.
Not really, because look at Floyd Mayweather. You know, we're money orientated. Listen, it's a fucking hard sport. We'll put a lot into this. Get punches to the head. You know, some people it changes their faculties. A lot of people think it's happened to me already. But you know, when you'll never getting paid for it. Yeah, winning belts is fucking lovely, but at the same time, so is your bank balance going up. So, you know, maybe Anthony Joshua from being in the Olympics has just been a media robot, being told to say certain things, and you know, he's had 1 or 2 losses, and all of a sudden everyone's turned on him. He's been from a poster boy on everyone's local hero, so I fucking went against AJ for whatever reason. So, you know, maybe he's thought, you know what, fuck it, I'll be myself. Yeah, I want to get paid. So what?
Cinderella Man, not Cinderella Man, Maxi Hughes, someone you know very well. There's always talks about getting him a big fight.
Yep.
Gary Cully seems to be someone who might be in the path, but is that the big fight for Maxi Hughes, do you feel?
I don't think so. Why not George Cambosa? Why not Jorge Linares? Why not man winning big names? You know, that is one man who's not doing it just for money. You know, he contradicts himself again there. He just wants the big fights to put on his resume, and he's deserved them. Last year he boxed Ryan Walsh, he boxed Gallad. He didn't have to take them fights. He did that fucking, you know, he filled the show here when Lara Wood fight didn't happen. So he's fucking done more than enough. How many other fights he's got to do? A fight against Gary Cully, he's got not much to gain really. Maybe break his momentum. Gary Cully's got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So yeah, I think Maxi deserves a big night.
Josh, a pleasure speaking to you. Thanks for speaking to SecondsOut. Much appreciated.